Davos'tan yayınlarımız devam ediyor. Bu bölümde yanımda önemli bir ekonomik analist var. Yönetim kurullarına danışmanlık yapan ve yaklaşık 20 yıldır Davos'u yakından takip eden, Dünya Ekonomik Forumu'na katkı sunan önemli bir isim Pranjal Sharma ile birlikteyiz. Mr. Sharma, thanks for joining our program.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
First of all, how many times have you been here? I think 20 times.
I have been here almost 16 years. I come here as I was earlier part of the Global Council of World Economic Forum, now the Expert Network, but Davos is evolving every year, and it's fascinating to see that every year there's something exciting and new. And in the kind of world that we're living in, I think that Davos has a very important role to play in bringing people together.
Sometimes they criticize that this is the platform of elites and no specific outcomes are coming out of WEF. What do you say to them?
See, outcome is not something which happens on the same day. The first step for resolving any conflict of difference or opinion is to bring people together for a conversation. In a time when you see new fractures emerging in the world, I think what is called the elite, I would say, are the global leaders from different fields, from business, politics, society, technology. I think it's important for them to come together to see and understand each other's perspectives. Unless they're together, how will they talk? And unless they talk, how will they resolve the differences? Now, differences are resolved over a time, but the beginning can be made and has been made at Davos.
Mm-hmm. So what is the difference this year? Trump will come for sure and make a speech and everybody is wondering about that. What do you think he will say?
I think this is a very interesting year because this is the first time in many decades we see serious differences between US and Europe. The global alliance between the Western countries is seeing serious fractures today. A lot of people in the rest of the world, in Asia, in Latin America, in Africa, are watching it with great interest. You know, for many decades, the global ruling order or the world order was established by the US and Europe. And United Nations was in some ways seen as part of it. Today you see that a lot of the double standards and hypocrisies that has come into the global world order is being exposed. So if you invade one country, it is okay. If you invade another country, it's not okay. So common standards are not being applied. So I believe that today it's important to see how the leadership in the United States and the European Union will resolve their differences. It's important that Mr. Donald Trump, President of US, is going to be here. He is expected to meet a lot of European Union leaders. There is a lot of debate about what could happen. But the fact is that in the end, Davos is the platform and the World Economic Forum is the platform where the conversations will take place. Will it resolve the differences? We don't know. But at least a coming together should be welcomed.
Mm-hmm. So do you know about Turkey as well? Do you follow Turkey?
Yes, I am aware of Turkey. It has had a very, very interesting and strong economic growth in the last few years. It's also a very popular tourist destination. I think Turkey has always been a bridge between Asia and Europe, and to that extent, I know quite a lot about Turkey.
Have you been to Turkey?
Yes, I did a holiday in Istanbul a few years ago, and then I was speaking at a conference at Antep a couple of years ago.
Oh, you have been to Antep?
Yes, I was in Antep, and it was very interesting to see how various regions of Turkey are now becoming far more global. They are adapting and adopting and embracing new ideas and concepts. So I think Turkey is also reinventing itself to embrace the new world order.
So how do you think Turkey can play a role as a bridge country in this fragmented geopolitical environment?
Well, I think Turkey has a role in NATO. It has a role in the partnership with Europe. But it is also fundamentally, I would say, a non-Western country. It is part of the West, but its roots are in Asia. I think that Turkey should now think of itself as a country that can play a more balancing role. It should bring the global South and collaborate with the global South to ensure that some of the advantages of the new global world order come to Asia. I divide the world into two categories, into legacy economies and growth economies. I say that the legacy economies of North America and Western Europe have reached the peak. I think now this is the opportunity for growth economies like Turkey, like India, like China, in West Asia, to come together to collaborate in a very productive fashion for a few billion people who have not benefited from the previous world order.
Mr. Sharma, thanks for joining our program.
Thank you so much for inviting me.